Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is a game changer. It's been buzzing around the NFL circles, and if it turns out to be true, it could dramatically reshape the NFC West and the Seahawks' pursuit of another Super Bowl appearance. Rumors are swirling, and one of the most electrifying involves none other than Aaron Jones, the Pro Bowl running back currently with the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, you heard that right. The Vikings, sitting at 4-8 and struggling in several aspects, might be about to send their star back packing, and the Seahawks are right in the middle of it all. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Aaron Jones. That's a name that's been synonymous with explosive plays, versatility, and a real threat on the ground and through the air. The Vikings, who are having a pretty rough season and are pretty much out of playoff contention, are looking to clear cap space, a hefty $12 million free, and they're also dealing with their own issues at quarterback and an underperforming defense. They're currently giving up around 23. 4 points per game, which isn't terrible but isn't enough to win many games either, especially with an offense that's been inconsistent at best. The rumor, per insider Diana Rossini, is that the Vikings are looking to move on from Jones in a trade that would send him to the Seahawks. And the deal? It's reportedly a second-round pick and a fifth-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. That's a significant investment, but it might be just what the Seahawks need to supercharge their rushing attack and add some veteran explosiveness to their backfield. The Seahawks, currently sitting at 8-3 and riding a wave of momentum, would instantly become even more dangerous with a back like Jones, especially considering their struggles at the position earlier in the season. Let's talk about why this makes so much sense for the Seahawks. First, the team has been dealing with injuries in the backfield, especially with Helani sidelined due to a hamstring injury, which has forced the coaching staff to lean heavily on rookies and backups. Walker, their lead back, has been doing a solid job, but adding Jones would give them a legit dual-threat tandem. Imagine Walker and Jones sharing carries. Both could complement each other perfectly. Walker's speed, combined with Jones's versatility and power, could be a nightmare for defenses. Think about the possibilities: more effective screens, better YAC, yards after contact, and a running game that could become one of the best in the league. And let's not forget, Jones isn't just a runner. He's a receiver out of the backfield, with 20 receptions for 150 yards this season, averaging 7.5 yards per catch. That kind of skill set is perfect for the Seahawks' offensive scheme, which has been shifting toward a more balanced attack under Geno Smith's leadership. With Jones's ability to catch passes and make plays in open space, defenses would have a lot more to worry about, especially in the red zone where Seattle has been pretty efficient, increasing their TD rate by around 13%. From a statistical standpoint, Jones is still a top-tier back. At 31 years old, he's got around 500 rushing yards on his career, and in 2025, he's been top 15 in rushing grade according to PFF, with an impressive 85. For grade. In 8 games this season, he's averaged 67 carries for 300 yards, which is about 4.5 yards per carry, plus he's been productive in the passing game. His yards after contact, YAC, is around 5.2 yards, and he's shown durability, bouncing back from hamstring issues last year. His PFF WAR of 2.5 in comparison to Le'Veon Bell in 2017 underline his value as a versatile, high-impact back. Now, why would the Vikings be willing to part ways with him? Well, they're in a tricky spot cap-wise with limited flexibility. They're also facing a potential tank scenario, focusing on building for the future, especially with only 4 wins so far. Their run defense has been struggling, allowing an EPA, expected points added, of +2. 0 per rush, ranking 28th in the league. Since losing Jones, their rushing attack has taken a nosedive. YPC, yards per carry, is down nearly 20%. That's a clear sign that losing their star back has hurt their ground game significantly. With the Vikings seemingly leaning toward a rebuild, it makes sense for them to get a draft pick or 2 while shedding cap space, even if it means parting with a player like Jones. But here, That's where it gets really interesting for the Seahawks. Adding Jones could be a catalyst for a serious playoff push, especially with the way their offense has been clicking lately. Geno Smith has been playing at a high level, and the team's overall offensive production has been solid. Their current points per game are over 28, and their third down conversion rate has improved to around 46%. That's huge because it means they're sustaining drives and keeping defenses on the back foot. If we look at the playoff odds, the Seahawks are sitting pretty with plus 900 odds to win the NFC West, and their chances of making noise in the postseason get even better if they can secure a dynamic running back like Jones. His experience, combined with his ability to change the game in the red zone and on third down, could be the X factor that pushes Seattle over the edge in tight games. From a strategic perspective, this move would be a bold statement from the Seahawks front office. They've been building a team that's both physically tough and explosively capable, and adding a veteran like Jones fits perfectly into that mold. It also sends a message to the rest of the division. Seattle is serious about contending, and they're willing to make bold moves to strengthen their roster. Now, of course, there are questions. How will Jones fit into the Seahawks locker room? Will the Vikings accept the trade package, and what are the long-term implications? But if the deal goes through, it could be one of those moves that fans remember for years, similar to how the Seahawks have made bold trades in the past to stay competitive. Imagine a ground attack that features Walker's speed and agility complemented by Jones's power and experience. Defenses won't know what hit them. Plus, with the Seahawks already boasting a top 8 ground game, adding a player like Jones could take that to an elite level, making Seattle a favorite in the NFC. Meanwhile, in the broader NFL landscape, this trade could send shockwaves through the NFC West. The division is already competitive, but if Seattle adds Jones and continues their winning ways, they could create a gap that might be hard for San Francisco or Los Angeles to close. The Rams have been up and down, and the 49ers are trying to stay consistent, but Seattle could be positioning itself as the team to beat, especially if they maximize their offensive weaponry. And let's not forget the emotional aspect. Seahawks fans have been craving more star power in their backfield, and this move could reignite that passion. The idea of seeing Jones in the Honolulu blue and green, the Seahawks blue and green, is enough to get fans dreaming about a deep playoff run. The team has come so far this season, and adding a player of Jones's caliber might be just the boost they need to make a real push and challenge for another Super Bowl appearance. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Seahawks have a lot to play for. Their offense has been balanced, but adding more firepower at the running back position could be the key to unlocking even more success. With Geno Smith leading the charge and the defense continuing to improve, the team looks poised for a playoff run. But nothing is certain in the NFL, and the landscape can change in a heartbeat. The potential acquisition of Aaron Jones could be that game changer that propels Seattle from a good team to a true contender. Fans are already buzzing online, speculating about how Jones could fit into the offense, how the team would adjust their schemes, and what kind of impact he could have in upcoming games. The coaching staff has always been aggressive when it comes to making moves that benefit the team, and this could be one of those moves that defines the season. It's about winning now, building for the future, and making sure the Seahawks stay at the forefront of the NFC. And as always, the NFC West is a battleground. The 49ers are tough and well-coached, but if Seattle adds a player like Jones, they could force the others to respond with their own big moves. The Rams are trying to find their footing, but they're still dangerous. The Seahawks, with a potential new weapon in their arsenal, could emerge as the division's top dog by the time the playoffs roll around. The energy, the excitement, and the possibilities are all there. All it takes is one bold move to make it happen. So, Seahawks fans, keep your eyes peeled. This rumor might just turn into reality, and if it does, it could be one of the most exciting developments of the season. The team is already on an impressive trajectory, but with a player like Aaron Jones, they could be unstoppable. The NFC West better watch out because Seattle is gearing up for a serious fight, and they just might have a secret weapon that will make all the difference. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Seattle Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news.